Hi YouTube, this is Shelby. I thought I would do a vlog on our kind of pre-IVF workup, like what we went through when we went to go see our endocrinologist at her office for the first time. I have my folder that they gave me with all the information that they hand out to new patients. So our initial consult was basically just meeting our doctor. Her name is Dr. Slater. She's very nice. And she kind of went over everything that we'd be going through when we went through we're going to go through IVF. We are going to have to do the kind of IVF, which is of course the more expensive one. Aren't we lucky? Because of my husband's male factor infertility. But basically when we went in, it was just like a interview, the first part, with a nurse practitioner who took my husband and I's kind of health history, of course focusing on fertility type things. And then we met with our endocrinologist, who did kind of like a same kind of interview, going over the same thing from her perspective, and told us all the different procedures that we would have to go through, all the different tests we would have to go through together. And then they did some initial blood work on us, on my husband and myself. Of course I had the bigger barrage. I had like 7 tubes of blood that they took. My husband had like 2. And we did choose to do the, I'm going to forget the real name of it, but when they check your genes for things like cystic, well, since we're white, like the cystic fibrosis or any other kind of things that we could genetically pass on to our children. And that was an extra cost, but my husband especially wanted to know those things, so you know, we did that. My husband, by the way, he passed out when they took his blood. He hates needles. It was so funny because he had like 2 little tubes and he like freaking passes out. But yeah, shh, don't tell you, or don't tell him I told you guys that. They of course went through all of like the payment type stuff, which of course is not fun. And our office actually has contacts with a company that does loans just for fertility stuff. So we are going to have to do that, get a loan for the main part. We have some money saved up that we're going to use for like the meds, which can be really expensive. They can be up to $6,000 just on their own for the meds. So we're going to try to pay for that ourselves. And then for some reason our fertility clinic splits up like the actual transfer part and the like embryo stuff, like the actual IVF. That's like one little package of stuff that you have to pay for, and that's what we're going to get our loan for, and that's going to be around 10 grand, 9 grand. And then like the anesthesia for when they retrieve my eggs, all the lab work, and all the other little things. Oh, freezing the extra eggs and freezing the sperm sample of my husband's for the backup sperm. That's all extra. So we're going to try to pay for that out of pocket, just so that we don't have to take out some huge ridiculous loan. So I have like everything of value is on eBay of mine that I can bear to part with. I put all my movies and all my books on Amazon, the marketplace thing, to try to raise some money. So you should go there. There's good deals right now. What else did they show us? The fee schedule. They told us how the basics of how a cycle would go when we would have a cycle with them, and how it would start, because they're going to start us on, start me on the pill first, birth control, and then they have the new, I don't know if new patient pre-cycle testing. So like when you've decided which month you're going to do your transfer, they only do it every other month for some reason. You call on the cycle day 1 of your menstrual flow, which for me will be this month in September, to let them know that, hey, we are going to do the cycle this time, this round. And then for most people, they schedule a blood draw on cycle day 2 or 3, and that's so they can check your FSH level, which they're actually not going to do for me because they said since it's not female infertility that it's male, that they don't need to know that for me. Okay. They want you to do a baseline ultrasound, which I actually did on my workup. And then all the blood, we already drew that. And then you start the pill on cycle day 3. And they also want to do a water ultrasound, which I did. And I reached 5 minutes, so I'm going to do a part 2 of the workup. So look for that. Bye, thanks for watching.